Now, Dr. Hendry is going to deliver the lecture on NAAC and National Education Policy. Dr. Hendry is the academic deputy director of our college, and he delivers similar lectures at the other colleges. So I thought that our people they are knowing the things, okay, and we have the experience of all these education. Why not to utilize their talent, expertise in the initial phase? If required, we will involve. Therefore, we have very good team. Dr. Sahu is delivering, Dr. Hendry is delivering, few more staff there. Okay. In-house इतना अच्छा है हमारे पास, so he also accepted my request, and he is going to guide for you. Now with this, what we can call an introduction, I stop. Thank you.
So good morning. I think sir has given a very nice introduction and created a good background for my beginning, because most of the parts which I am supposed to cover, sir has given a nice introduction related to the Washington Accord, the necessity of accreditation, difference between NAAC and NBA. Few of the things I am also going to cover. But before I start, I understand that there are many senior faculty members sitting over here. You have worked earlier also in the NAAC processes. Presently also you are working at different criteria, and you have some more knowledge about the entire process. Still, why this session has been arranged, sir has briefed that we want to once again relook to all these particular things, because some of the faculty members, they might have worked for a particular criteria. They don't know what is happening in other criteria, what is happening at the institute level, what is happening at the department level. So we will start right from the simple thing, what is accreditation, why, what are the benefits, some of the benefits sir has highlighted, a few more I am going to tell you. So all these aspects we will try to relook once again. Many of the things might be known to us, but we will revisit them and we will try to clear the things. If you would like to add a few more things which I might have missed here, the forum will be always open. You can add so that everybody will get everything related to the NAAC, and then I will also proceed towards the National Education Policy. This is a brief outline what I am going to cover in today's session. I will start from the accreditation. First, one or two parts already briefed by the sir. More angle I will put it for accreditation, what, why, and how. Then a little overview of the NAAC, their processes, the different criteria, and how, what is expected from that particular criteria, that I will know. Another important term that I will put is the importance of IQAC, that is Internal Quality Assurance Cell, which is the heart of the whole NAAC process. So, what the role that the IQAC is playing, what is expected from this IQAC, and how it supports the systems that we have defined in the NAAC that I am covering. Then, next three parts, the role of teacher in the accreditation process. What is expected from a teacher? Few things has been highlighted by the sir, but I will try to give you the entire review overview from all criteria, what a teacher is expected to do in the whole accreditation process. Then slowly I will also tell you the requirements, the preparations that need to be carried out at the department level. The summary from all 7 criteria I will present. What are the expectations by the NAAC committee visit? The institute level awareness, what we are doing at the institute level, the variety of activities that we have shown in the different criteria, that I will try to cover. And in the end, I will give a brief overview of National Education Policy and this NAP 2020, particularly for higher education. What are the recommendations which are generally every faculty should know, that I will try to cover in my presentation. So that is what something related to the processes of NAAC, what bare minimum we should know as a faculty at the department or at the institution. Now we'll come down to the next part of the session, that is a brief overview about National Education Policy. As sir has mentioned that the National Education Policy has been finalized in the year 2019 and has been deployed officially from 2020. That's why it is called as NEP 2020. It is not the first time that we have this national education policy. If you go into the history, right from 1968, almost every 10 years, the country or the whole at national level, we redefine this particular policy. But the policy which is defined in the year 2019 or which is deployed from 2020 has major revolutionary changes, and that's why it comes under a focus, because whatever the conventional structure that we are following at the school level or at the higher education level, we are entirely changing that particular structure, and that's why a lot of discussion is going on in the NEP 2020. Some of the points I'm just trying to cover over here. The first point, it starts from the basic education. So at the school level, what is the major change? Now you are almost aware of this particular changes now, that earlier school level system was what? We have pre-primary focus, we have 10 years school education and 2 years your 11th and 12th, right? So that 10 plus 2 was the earlier education system. Now in the new education system, it is proposed as 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So 5 is what? Your 5 years, 3 years plus 2 years will be foundational stage. Foundational stage, that means your pre-primary education. 3 years for pre-primary educations, class 1 and 2 will be for 2 years. Then once again another step will enter, 3 years where class 3 to 5, age group 8 to 11, their aim is middle stage. Okay? It is defined what the student will earn in the foundational part. In foundational part, multi-level play activity based learning. In preparatory stage, discovery and activity based and interactive classroom learning. All this pedagogy what we have defined. Then it reaches to middle stage, experiential learning, learning through experience. Then secondary stage, multidisciplinary study. As sir has mentioned, the focus in the NEP is on multidisciplinary. It is not like that I will complete my 10th, 12th in science and then I have only option to go for sciences and engineering. Right? Everything, the approach, multidisciplinary approach, it starts right from the school education. You can take art, you can go for music, you can learn science, you can learn arts, commerce, everything. So that's a multidisciplinary approach proposed right from schooling part. So this is what something done at the school level. Now, what are the features of NEP? All these things, outcome-based education, what we learn, everything comes here right from the school. So not a regular class of teaching, but we have certain, now these are very small, might not be visible to you. The focus will be on ethics, self-identity, developing the curiosity, teamwork, collaboration, all these aspects they will be covered in the teaching learning at the school level. That is called as early childhood education. What is the fundamental difference between present curriculum and the curriculum expected in the NEP 2020? They focus on reduction in the curriculum. Though it is not required to teach a vast curriculum. Okay? Reduce that particular curriculum. But that your curriculum should focus on 4 essential values. They should get developed among the childs during the school education. Critical thinking, interactive classes and experiential learning. All the pedagogy of teaching learning process, they are intended to start right from the school education. So this is what, once again I am coming to the same innovative pedagogy. Innovative pedagogy, experiential learning, equal weightage, bagless days, right? There are lot many discussions going on for school education for heavy bag, right? So it's not only that bag, but bagless days to be scheduled in the academic calendar where students will learn through the experiential learning, right? So that is what some of the innovative pedagogy expected in transforming the teaching learning process. Teacher recruitment and deployment. They have given a policy for the recruitment process and for the promotion process for teachers, not only for school, but it is also given for higher education system, where they are intended to start one special organization. NTTR is already there. In association with NTTR, they are interested to start one more organization. Through that organization, they want the enrichment of the teachers, and so that they will be eligible for the recruitment process. Online and digital education, we have already started working on this. This is what the timeline for the deployment of the national education process. So we have started deploying it from 2020, but practically it is expected that it will get applicable to the class 9 in 2021-22, class 10 for 22-23, and slowly till 24-25 it will touch the aspects of the higher education system. So, but the reforms have been already initiated for higher education system. This is a school level deadline, and this is an entire deadline for how we are going to implement this NEP 2020 till 2040. The different aspects which have been covered, the timelines, they have been mentioned here. Now our focus is on higher education institutes, right? So there are 9 different aspects defined for the higher education institute, and in short I will try to cover all of them. First aspect is quality universities and colleges, right? So at present we say that IIT, NIT, these are quality institutes in the whole country. So how we can convert this particular culture, and how the affiliated colleges will slowly become absolute, and they will be converted into either autonomous institute or research institutes or degree giving institutes. So 3 different types of institutes they are proposed in the national education policy, so that quality universities and colleges are expected. So as mentioned by the sir, what is main focus? Multidisciplinary aspect. So all the points from 1 to 9, everywhere you will come across multidisciplinary university. Right now we have technological university, we have the government universities, right? But here they are intended for multidisciplinary universities and colleges with at least one in or near every district. So they want to reach to almost every part of the country through this particular multidisciplinary universities and college. More multidisciplinary undergraduate education, moving towards faculty and institutional autonomy, reconstructing curriculum, once again following the pedagogy for the assessment and design, confirming the integrity of the faculty and institutional leadership. All these points which are expected in the outcome-based education, they are being highlighted over here. So this is what expected. 3 types of universities or institutions, HEI, higher education institutes, expected in NEP 2020. First is autonomous colleges. Second is teaching universities and research universities. So there are 2 different universities they have defined. And the whole affiliated structure which we are following since last more than 70 years will be absolute in the NEP 2020. The first institute will be an autonomous institute. Then you will find out the teaching universities which are focusing only on awarding the degree by giving the fundamental knowledge related to the that particular branch. And then we have research universities whose focus will be on the research outcomes. Towards more holistic and multidisciplinary education. So, as we know that after 12th, if I have chosen science, I cannot go for arts, I cannot go for commerce, right? So everything is now open in the multidisciplinary aspect. An engineering student who is interested to learn any subjects from commerce background, he may able to do that particular. The example which is given by the sir, that if particular course is very good in say IIT Guwahati, and I want to earn that particular, I want to learn that particular subject, the freedom is being given to that particular student. How it is possible? It is possible by creating the credit bank structure. So every institute has now started creating their credit bank. So I have earned say 40 credits from this particular institute. Now I want to earn 10 more credits from some another institute. So that freedom will be given in the national education. And that is not only the technical institute, but you can go to the arts, you can learn some art, music, earn some credits. That credits will get deposited to your bank, and once you achieve that many number of credits, the diploma or degree or whatever the PG or UG will be awarded. So it's completely multidisciplinary aspect. It does not mean that I have a curriculum of UG engineering which consists of some courses from arts, commerce and science. It is not only like that. It is like that you have a freedom to earn that credits from any institute in the nation, in the India, right? So that is a multidisciplinary object they are having. So how the structure will be there for higher education system? Structure proposes degree program which is of 3 or 4 years, right? Now in our current system, our degree is of 4 years, and if student is not able to complete 4 years, the degree will not be awarded to that particular student. So here in structure, they propose certificate award after completion of 1 year. If student would able to complete only 1 year, the certification will be given to that particular student that you have completed this particular course. 2 years, diploma will be awarded. So the question comes that automatically the diploma institutes now will get merged into the degree institutes, because in the 4-year or 3-year curriculum, if the student completes 2 years, diploma will be awarded. If the student want to discontinue from education, still the student will get either the certification or the diploma degree. If it is 3 years course, the bachelor's degree will be awarded after 3 years. So from 4 years, which was mandatory for 4 years, now after 3 years, student will get the bachelor degree. Then what is the 4th year? For 4th year, student may go for a multidisciplinary bachelor's degree, right? So he may earn some credits from other discipline, and he will get a multidisciplinary degree after 4 years. Similarly, for master program is 2 years with 3-year bachelor degree. If student complete bachelor degree within 3 years, then student has to appear for 2-year master program, and 1 year with 4 years bachelor degree. So if you look at bachelor plus master, earlier it requires 4 plus 2. Now bachelor plus master can be possible within 5 years, right? Even though student earned the bachelor's degree or multidisciplinary bachelor degree, within 5 years UG plus PG is possible. Apart from that, integrated 5 years bachelor or master program. So that is already offered by some of the universities nowadays in India. So that integrated bachelor's and master program. PhD master degree or 4 years bachelor degree. Again, from research perspective. So 4 years bachelor degree will give you the multidisciplinary bachelor degree, or you can integrate PhD with the master with the bachelor. So once you take admission, you can complete by doing the PhD. MPhil program, they have been discontinued, right? And as per the national education policy, now MPhil programs are not available. Lot many efforts are to the financial support to the students so that they could able to complete their education. So we have already this particular support for socio-economical disadvantaged group, but for that purpose, the national policy, they recommend the national scholarship portal. Now we understood that there are a variety of scholarships available, and we have different portals to apply for these scholarships. But in NEP, they propose a single portal at the national level through which students may apply for the various scholarships, and they can take the benefit of different scholarship schemes. Motivated, energized and capable faculty. So no doubt, if you are making a revolutionary change in the entire process, the focus should be given to the faculty so that they become motivated, energized and capable to handle all the suggestions given in the NEP. For that purpose also, certain suggestions are given. So what are the suggestions? they proposed one national curriculum framework for teacher education. That is NCFT 2021. This organization has already started its establishment in association with NTTR. Right? So, NCRT, sorry, in association with NCRT. Right? So, what is this national curriculum framework for teacher education? How teacher gets training? At present, we have B.Ed courses, right? Bachelor of Education, right? So, this NCFT, it also proposed a 4-year integrated Bachelor of Education degree program, so that they could able to train the teachers, and the whole curriculum will be designed by this NCFTE, and by 2030 the minimum degree qualification for teaching will be 4-year integrated B.Ed degree course. Now it is not very much clear whether it is applicable to the technical institutions or not, but still in the policy just they mentioned a 4 years integrated B.Ed course available for teacher education. A lot of focus on vocational training, because in structure after first year we are offering certificate. After say 2 years we are offering diploma. So your curriculum, it has a lot of weightage on vocational education. The student should able to at least start certain entrepreneurship startup by going through this particular vocational program that has been embedded in the curriculum. So the vocational education, the National Research Foundation, they are establishing to focus on the research universities, because we have teaching university and we have research university. So the purpose of the research university is that we expect more and more research oriented outcome from these universities, and to provide the facilities to all these research universities, they have established National Research Foundation, that is NAAC. So this is in all the complete framework, the policy framework for the national education policy. They are trying to define 2 broad areas: Ministry of Human Resource and Development, that is MHRD, which is already present at this point. They just want to add one more thing, Ministry of Labour and Employment. And both these 2 different ministries, their task, they have been defined perfectly in the national education policy. Under MHRD we have AICT, NCERT. AICT will focus on polytechnics and technical institutes. NCERT will be school level vocational education. Then we have National Vocational Education Qualification Framework, NVQF, will be established by the MHRD. Then we have under Ministry of Labour and Employment, and MOLE, Director General of Employment and Training, because 2 aspects, teaching, learning is one of the aspect, and employment and training is another aspect. So separate ministry will take care of all this particular employment and training part. Industrial training, vocational training, skill development courses, craftsman training, national vocational qualification framework will be defined by that particular ministry. So this is what the overall brief idea about national education policy, and the bare minimum one should know related to the NEP, related to the higher education institute. The policy is quite big, and we can have more sessions on understanding this particular NEP, but at present from NAAC perspective, this is what the bare minimum expectation, what I feel for national education policy. So to conclude, one sentence by Albert Einstein, that it is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken a joy in creative expression and knowledge, and that we should follow in our regular working in the institute, so that we can enjoy all the aspects which has been expected in the outcome. So thank you, sir. Anything I missed out?